Okay, here we see the 2-can can crusher that I made because I was tired of all the cheaper ones that I was buying. They were always breaking. Plus they didn't crush the cans down far enough. So here's how it's constructed. There's a support pole right here, 3 inches by 5 inches wide, supporting the second floor. And as you can see, I've got the steel plates here bolted on both sides. Clamp it on, make it real sturdy, because this thing puts a lot of pressure, and if you have too much pressure, it can break whatever it's tied to, if it's tied to the wall or something like that. Then over here you find the front plate. That's where the cans are crushed against. I made this piece out of some square steel tubing. It's 1/4 inch thick. We've got one on the other side. It makes a rail for this piston to travel in. You can see that right here. Now the piston itself is made up of 2 pieces bolted together of 1/2 inch steel, and they're bolted together in such a way on the front it's countersunk. The holes are countersunk so that the face of it is smooth and the heads of the bolts aren't sticking up there. And I took another piece of this square tubing and I cut out one side of it to make this bracket here, which again is bolted to the main plate. Then you can see I could have tied the metal piece directly to this bracket here, but when this is moving back and forth, it tends to bind because this piece is moving in an arc when it swings back and forth, and that causes it to bind. So in order to increase the amount of travel, the opening I could get when I opened it, I put this linkage in here, just some pieces of 1/4 inch steel bolted together with a bolt through here, and then a bolt attaching it to the base of this metal piece. And when I move it back and forth, it moves up and down, so you can see that it enables me to open this thing wider and put a can in that wouldn't ordinarily fit. Now up here we have a couple thick 1/2 inch pieces of steel which are bolted to the frame, and through here is a long 1/2 inch steel bolt that goes all the way through to pivot the entire piece and move the piston forward there. Now this bolt, I had one in here before, and this creates so much pressure that it actually bent the bolt. So it was necessary for me to go out and get these bushings, which are about a 1/2 inch thick with a 1/2 inch hole through the middle. Fit them over on each side. As you can see, there's one on the other side. And this gives the support to the bolt so I don't bend it anymore. And then we have the handle, as you can see, is attached. It's a double square tubing steel handle bolted to the metal. And it goes all the way up. It's about 42 inches long. It goes way up there. I made it so I can just barely reach it myself, and then that gives me a tremendous amount of leverage. Now in my next video I'll demonstrate crushing some cans.